Happy New Year, and with the new year comes new books for us to discover. So today we're going to talk about my most anticipated reads of 2025. Hello everyone, my name is Emily and I am an avid reader like yourself, or you're looking to get into reading this year, which I'm so excited for you. There are some books coming out this year that, yes, I'm so excited. Let's get right into it. Without further ado, Sunrise on the Reaping. You guys, Suzanne Collins is coming out with another book. It'll be her second prequel to the Hunger Games series, set to happen during the second quarter quell, which will be from Haymitch's point of view. I've heard there's going to be a lot of discussion around propaganda from the government. We're going to get Haymitch's games. Haymitch, if you don't know, the mentor of Katniss and Peeta, our main characters during the Hunger Games. He had won his game, spoiler. And we're gonna get his inside scoop. Suzanne Collins is insane. She like announces this book and then she's like, oh yeah, also a year later we're gonna have the movie out. Huh? I will be sad. Consider me sad. This is the number one book for me this year. I'm sorry for the pterodactyl noises, but I literally cannot contain my excitement. Let's move on. Our next anticipated read, Great Big Beautiful Life. This is Emily Henry's book that's coming out this year. It's a romance about two authors who are rivals and competing to write a memoir about this like mysterious celebrity who like this girlie who does not want to be found, but whoever writes the better book, essentially, she's like, you're gonna get to release it. I don't think Emily Henry has yet to do a book that's like present day rivals to lovers. She's done like previous rivals to like strangers to friends to lovers, but this is when she's really going to be in that rivalry. Rivals to lovers is my favorite trope, I might say. Maybe tied with friends to lovers, because I love friends to lovers. I'm so excited. The cover is beautiful. Anything Emily Henry writes, I'm like, you have my full attention. Give it to me, please. Give it to me, Rachel, please. Does anyone know that reference? Oh my gosh, please tell me. Our next anticipated read, I am slightly biased because I got an arc to this, you guys, but I'm Not Jessica Chen by Anne Liang. Let me tell you, I think this is her best written book. It is about this girl who has such a strong work ethic. She's a painter. Her parents have sacrificed quite a bit for her to succeed academically, and her end goal is to get into Harvard. She has an individual, her cousin, who she constantly compares herself to. Her cousin excels at everything academically. She's great at all the sports. She's incredibly well-rounded with her extracurricular. She comes from, her family's very wealthy. She's always put together. Her skin looks nice. Her hair looks good. She has the grades, everything. Everyone envies her, and our main character, her cousin, envies her as well. She makes a wish and ends up waking up one day in her cousin's body, and she has to adjust and pretend to play her and learns about what her cousin's life is really like. But I tell you, I said at first I thought I cried for the last third of this book. No. I cried for the last half of this book. This is for the overachievers, the burnouts, the people that constantly compare themselves. This book was crazy, and you need to read it immediately. Our next one that I'm so excited for, Wet, or should I say Deep End, by Ali Hazelwood. The original name was Wet, and I want it to be Wet because I just think that's funny. I don't know what compelled me to do that. I'm so sorry. It's about two competitive swimmers. It's Miss Ali Hazelwood's sports romance debut. One is, I think, Olympic diver, and the other, or Olympic swimmer, and the other one's a diver. But I know it's Olympic. One of them's an Olympian. I want to say swimmer, actually. But for some reason, I want to say diver. I don't know. They kind of set up this, like, I believe, like a friends with benefits situation. As we know, Miss Allie Hazelwood, she's always going to dabble her little feet into those STEM strong independent girlies. I've also heard it's one of her spiciest books. I'm just excited for a sports romance from Allie Hazelwood because, as you guys know, she has a 95% success rate with me, so I will be sad. Our next one, this one I have mixed feelings about. Onyx Storm is the one everyone's talking about. It's the third book in the Empyrean series following Iron Flame. You might know it as like the third, fourth wing book. I like dragons. I love dragons. In my opinion, Iron Flame was a bit of a dumpster fire. It was really long and there was a lot of information thrown at us and the pacing was weird. And it was definitely a rushed book based off of how successful Fourth Wing was. I'm still going to read Onyx Storm. It's a 5-book series, which is crazy to me that there's a lot of things happening and it's all going to be 5 books. Iron Flame ended on a crazy cliffhanger and we're going to see what happens. I'm still going to do a review on it because I like dragons. That's primarily it. I'm primarily in it for the dragons, but we'll see what happens. It better be better than Iron Flame. I gave Iron Flame 4 stars, but I'm thinking it's more of a 2 just because I was like, in the moment, I was like, dragons, yes, battle, power is magic. Now I'm looking back and I'm like, I don't know if I could really tell you that much that happened just because it felt like word vomit with all the information that was happening. Our next one, The Night and Moth. You guys, so Rachel Gillig, you guys, you should know I love the One Dark Window duology and she's coming out with a new series. Oh my gosh. So it's another romantasy and it's described as dark gothic, and based off the synopsis I've gotten that there's this girl who like has visions and kind of like can predict what's going to happen before they actually happen because she sees it, and one by one her fellow, I think they call them prophetesses. Don't quote me on that. They start getting picked off and there's this mysterious knight that she does not get along with. Hoping for a little romance. They have to work together and there are these gods they have to like, I think, negotiate with to try to figure out what's going on. One Dark Window in the Shepherd King duology was just written so well that I'm so excited to see what she has coming out. And I'm going to read it. It's going to be great. So stick around. I'll also know I'm going to be doing reviews on all of these, obviously. I've got to let you guys know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Our next one, another Anne Liang book. Never thought I'd end up here. I'm so excited about this. So there's this girlie who is a former model and she accidentally gets into some issues with her family. She wishes ill health on a cousin and basically a failed marriage. And her parents are like, you don't know your Mandarin anymore. You've lost your basic etiquette. You don't even know how to hold a conversation with your grandparents. We're sending you away to this travel camp. And she's like,
yes, let me get away, actually.
And she runs into this previous boy who, quote, ruined her life. We'll see what actually happened there. And of course he's more annoying than ever and she cannot stand him. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's just gonna be such a like, Anne Liang writes to like strong female characters that are like very, there are many layers to them, why they are the way they are. I'm so excited. Yes, I cannot wait. It's gonna be splendid and great. Our next one, King of Envy. I'm only putting this on here because I want to know how this King of Sin series is going to wrap up because I'm sick of all the like behind the scenes crime that's been popping up in all the books, but like nothing's really getting concluded. It's just kind of adding new characters every single time and then bringing the same characters back and back and back. And I'm like, okay, let's move this along. The last King of Sins book I thought was not good at all, King of Sloth. But I'm still gonna ring this King of Envy. I'm excited. Anya is a model. I'm also excited because I think this is the first Black woman that Anna Huang is writing about. I'm so excited for that. And I don't know how to feel about the guy though. His name's Vuk. Apparently he's like a recluse. And I I literally made a video about this where I was like, I thought he was like this super old man who was like wrinkly and gross and did not have a cute personality in any way. I was like, why is she pairing this weird man with this beautiful woman? Apparently I was wrong, but I think I was just so distracted by how much I didn't like King of Sloth to take in their appearances, I guess, or who they were very well. I will note she's in arranged marriage, I believe, with his best friend. Well, he's the best man, and there's some like chemistry going on there. I'm honestly not super excited about it, but I'm gonna still read it and review it just because I want to know what happens in this freaking series. This is the 5th book. There's gonna be 7. Why are people getting shot at? All the rich people know each other. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, okay, 2 more. I put Fearless on here. It's the 3rd book of the Powerless series. I don't know what the overarching name of it is. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I did not like Reckless, the 2nd one. I also did a review on that, but we're gonna be reviewing this one. You guys, the Reckless cliffhanger, I'm like, what is happening here? Have we lost our minds? And honestly, I want to see where this trilogy goes because I just feel like it like started here. And maybe it started here as I'm like thinking about it more, rereading it, doing a little bit more reflection. Powerless very much mirrored Red Queen, Hunger Games, Shatter Me. And then it lost its value to me. And like Reckless very much shadowed Dance of Thieves. Fearless, we're going to see what happens. I'm not accusing of anyone of plagiarism. It's just very interesting to me, the similarities that I could not stop thinking about. And I don't know. We're gonna still read Fearless. I'm gonna read it because of the FOMO, but we'll see what happens. And then the last one, Calabasas. Okay, you guys, I have a terrible confession. I have not read an R.F. Kuang book yet. No, I own Babel, Yellow Face, and The Poppy War, the first one. I have plans to read all 3 of those by the time Calabasas comes out. It's her first romantasy, apparently, and it's about 2 individuals who have to travel to the underworld to save their academic advisor. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be in my R.F. Kuang era once I get there. Just you guys wait. I just have to get there. And that's what I'm most excited for this year. Let me know, comment below what books you're excited for. If you're also excited for these other ones I missed, because we got to get a running pile of this to keep track of all the good books that are coming out this year. Anyway though, I'm so excited. I hope you're excited. To stay up to date on more of what I'm doing behind the scenes, check out my Instagram and TikTok at M's Novellas. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube so you don't miss any videos from me. And I'm so excited for this year, you guys. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time.